con los terroristas.
And do the Kinney shuffle.
Yeah. Welcome to Barbell Shrugged. I'm Mike Bledsoe here with Doug Larson and Chris Moore.
Hello.
CTV behind the camera. We are here with Michelle Kinney.
Hey.
And Emily Schromm.
Nice job.
Good job, Mike.
That was
I got it right.
Hi.
I don't think it's that difficult of a name to get
I
right.
appreciate that. Tell the world.
Today we're going to be talking about the CrossFit Open, the games, nutrition challenges,
Reality TV.
reality TV.
Everybody like, you have my attention now, Michael.
You know, like, I hated your show until you start talking about reality TV. That's it. Before we go any further, make sure to go to barbellshrug.com, sign up for the newsletter, and we will send you all sorts of exciting news. Promise.
Sounds exciting.
Just sign up, okay?
Just do it. All right, Michelle, you just crushed 14.3. We owe 99% of your success to the Kinney Shuffle.
To the Kinney Shuffle.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yeah.
High five on that one,
Yes.
by the way.
So-
What was your score?
184.
And you didn't repeat it. This was a one-time deal.
I don't repeat them.
You don't repeat
No
what?
regrets, never
I
looking
don't.
back. I only crush and I walk away.
Why don't you repeat them?
I don't need to.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
Oh, snap.
So you,
I mean,
really, you do so
that's
well
the
that you just figure like
That's true.
I'm good to go, and you just move on to the next thing.
Yeah,
but-
so if I do bad on one or poorly, I just have to suck it up and swallow my pride and move on. I don't get two chances at regionals and don't get two chances at games.
Hard to
So,
fucking argue with that.
but that's where I am at. That's the game I have to play because
But you're going to finish pretty high up. That way you're going to end up in a good
I'll be in the top heat at regionals most likely.
That's the benefit of that. Sometimes people are
Sure.
redoing the WOD so they can kind of move which heat they're going to start off in. That's a big deal.
Absolutely. There's definitely reasons to redo them, and
But
doesn't
But definitely
They don't
no
apply to you.
Definitely no reason to redo 14.3.
If you're the kind of
you're like
person-
second in the world.
If you're the kind of person who needs to try again, then go ahead and feel free to. But it's not for everybody. Wink, wink.
we're filming this on Sunday afternoon, so there's another 24 hours before people can submit their scores. As of right now, you're in second place for that specific WOD.
Yes.
Which was, let's not even describe it. It's the deadlift box jumps from
Google it.
2014.
Google that
Look
shit.
it up.
Yep.
So how many reps did you get?
184.
Which is how many of the heaviest weight you did?
9 reps at the heaviest load.
Damn.
What load is that?
That's crazy. That's moving.
225.
225, bro. 2 wheels, bro.
I want to watch. I want to watch your whole video. I mean, that sounds. I mean, you had to be moving right out the gate, and then just.
I kept a decent pace. I was able to stay unbroken through the first 3 bars, and then the set of 25, I broke up into 16.9. I was still feeling really strong, and then the 205 bar was a little slow and go. I did 8 and then sets of 4 after that, but hit 30, got back to the 225 bar with 30 seconds to go, and I was able to get 9 reps.
And your form looked really good. Straight
Thank you.
back.
Thank
they look
you.
like fucking deadlifts, didn't
Yeah, after
like deadlifts are supposed to look like.
that's interesting because there's some professional fitness
Look,
people
I
that
heard-
comment
yeah.
on Instagram to tell
I
me
hurt
differently.
my back doing deadlifts. Oh, show me the video. Oh, that's a deadlift?
Yeah.
What do you mean they told you differently? Who are you talking about?
Just anybody.
Call him out.
What'd they say at least?
That I'm bouncing the bar or I'm doing something weird. I'm losing my back.
Gonna hate.
Everyone was bouncing the bar at least a little bit. Like
Yeah.
touch and go gives you some bounce, but
Yeah,
there's a difference
there's-
between bouncing the bar and just doing touch and goes like you're supposed to.
There's a rebound. Of
I don't
course,
give a shit.
you've got rubber
Yeah.
on rubber. There's a rebound, but
If
if
you
my
got
elbows
a-
aren't bending,
If you got that much weight and you are
Yeah.
bouncing it, it's still gonna. That's I think that's
doesn't
gonna
really
wreck
help.
you.
I
That's
think
gonna
it's
wreck
worse,
you in the
yeah.
long run. I mean, not just tomorrow. It's gonna wreck you during the workout.
Yeah.
Like having to manage that balance is no fun.
I will not be posting my video of my deadlifts.
Here, come closer to the microphone, Emily.
It was not as
Yeah,
pretty as
be like
Michelle's
right up
deadlifts.
on it, like nose touching almost.
I got it.
You know how to
There you
do
go.
that.
There we go.
All
And then
right.
rub your nose back and forth to maintain distance.
Yeah. So you're doing the open, Emily.
I am
Where are
doing
you
the
standing
open.
at?
Oh, I'm surviving.
You're in Denver,
not too-
Colorado. Which region is that?
Southwest.
Southwest.
Yes, Southwest region.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would love to make top 60, but we'll see. I've had to redo a lot of these workouts. Not this one. I will not be redoing this one, but
Why aren't you redoing this one?
this was horrible.
Michelle's like
no
rolling
one
her
should
eyes,
redo
like,
this.
repeater.
Is it
Fucking repeater
because
over here.
is it because you don't want to go back to that moment, or is it because you know that you just
That
not
was
gonna-
the equivalent
or is it
of getting scolded. you
Or is
just
it-
got put in the corner.
or is it because like you're just not going to recover and feel like you're going to do better the second time?
There's no more reps in me. I don't think. My back is really not that happy, so it
So
wouldn't be smart to
you
do it again.
redlined.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
I mean, you can redline on weight. I mean, that's different than like redlining with lightweight or during a run or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave it my best, and I'm not redoing it. Last one I redid 3 times. The chest to bar one, it was horrible.
Oh
Yeah,
man!
people-
So did you?
It took my soul.
It's definitely a soul crusher.
You run up a debt when you do it too much. I mean, you got to think what comes the next week. I mean, are you going to do
I know.
meet your expectation this week? The next week you've got nothing left. All you have is degloved hands and crippled spine.
And no soul.
No soul.
That might actually help you though.
I know. It's true.
Yeah, just crush the soul all the way, and then you'll perform better.
Yes.
Oh,
I just smacked Michelle. I'll make sure you're paying attention.
I think
Did we get that on camera?
This ain't your first rodeo. You pop back instant like a cat. Like, you can't get me.
I'm here. I'm on.
Oh, shit.
Oh no! So you did it 3 times. You did 14-2 3 times.
I did.
Did you get better every time?
Well, not better enough. 'Cause I was at 142, so I just needed 2 more reps to get to the next tier because I love overhead
yeah.
squats. I'm just not good at chest to bars, so I redid it and I got 143.
Oh,
so
no.
I got like no rep on my
Dang.
144. So
Oh really?
so then out of just bitterness, I redid it again and got like 130.
Yeah, your heart was gone at that
It
point.
was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your hands hold up?
Yeah, I didn't rip once.
Dang, 3
Which is
times and didn't rip
crazy,
at all?
I know. I
Impressive.
have these like homemade like cowhide gloves.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that makes sense, but they work.
No, it
Yeah.
doesn't.
They work.
Do they look cool?
Homemade cow.
They did.
You should sell them.
I should
Make a bunch of cowhide things for your hands.
with bacon on it.
Oh, God.
A little bacon logo.
You like putting bacon on things.
I do. It's kind of my thing.
Well, earlier you said you were a bacon connoisseur.
I am.
Is that correct?
I love bacon. I eat it every day. That's good.
I eat every day too. Like, what qualifies you as a bacon connoisseur?
These are big fucking words. you're
we
throwing
all
out.
eat
It
bacon
is.
every
It's a
day.
heavy hitter.
We need to know if you know what you're talking about or not.
I think I just really enjoy it. Probably just more so than you guys. That's just why.
This
It's
is a
just
private
true.
matter, I think.
Are you
What are you doing? What are you doing with bacon that I'm not?
Do you like,
Sorry,
do you like
Michelle.
center cut? Do you like your meat thick? How do you like it? What's your choice of bacon?
I like the black one or the black hickory smoked from Whole Foods.
You
Oh,
saw
yeah.
Oh, like
and
the
then
Black Forest ham one?
they also have like Thai curry. Have you had that
Oh,
yet?
yeah. I had
And then they
I had
just
that
got-
the other day.
Whoa, Thai
Thai
curry
curry.
bacon.
Thai
And I had the
curry bacon.
jalapeno one.
Yeah, and honey mustard.
Yeah, I haven't had that yet.
So you
good.
mix
Wow.
it up.
I
See,
do.
I find one thing I like and I stick with it until I hate it.
That's horrible.
Explain your life, homie.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, I tend to run things into the ground.
2 years now, he's going to be like, podcast? I hate that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And you kill
I'm
it.
only one more year away from hating everybody.
I gotta say, my favorite has always been the black pepper, thick cut black pepper piece. Man, that's fantastic.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
The black pepper pops in your mouth, makes it sexy. And now you have your
we
bacon.
could take
lesson.
that a lot of different directions.
All right, Michelle, where are you standing overall?
Worldwide, right now I'm
Yeah,
sitting
worldwide.
in 8th, but not everybody's posted this week.
Oh, okay.
What is up with that?
I know.
I don't know.
How many people are in it?
Some do it on Monday.
Is there a lot more this year that are posting late intentionally so no one can see where they're at?
I think more.
Call out, Michelle.
Was that?
Call them out.
Call them out.
Call 'em out.
What's the Twitter handle?
You. No. Man. No, I feel like more of the heavy hitters are posting earlier this time around, but we're still seeing some wait till Monday. But I think they're legitimately doing it on Monday, so I don't know.
I think a lot of people are doing it twice, and they just don't want to post their first score. They don't want to see maybe not show how much they improved from one to the next.
Yeah, that could raise eyebrows.
Right.
And do a lot of people do that? I don't know with the high level competitors. Do they wait to see the people that are kind of on the cusp? Do they wait to see what the scores are and then decide if they need to do it again based on what they see people post like on Sunday and early Monday?
I'm sure the people that are on the bubble as far as like regionally competitive do that. I think they should.
Sounds like a good strategy to me.
But I don't know why anybody in the top would feel the need to do that. But unless they are going for that top spot, that top score for the 2014 prize money.
Oh,
that'd be the only thing.
There's prize money for the Open?
Ludicrous
the
style.
top
They're coming
overall
for the number one spot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The overall score.
I had no idea.
I didn't either.
$2,014.
Oh.
I see what they did there.
Oh, yeah.
They've done that the last 2 years.
You think they're
I haven't won any in the last 2 years.
I haven't either.
the point?
Not
with-
even close.
Like if you think that you do have a shot of doing really well at the next stage, I guess the whole point of this is that you do well enough to sort of get your legs about you, to get a feel of the competition, but you don't go for the prize now because this is not the prize. Like this Open is not what you want. You just do well enough and you turn it up at the regional events, right? I mean, there might be people out there crushing it now. Like I got to do as well as possible at these little competitions,
Right.
And then effectively blow their wad when it comes time to actually do the competition. You know.
Well, yeah, definitely. I know as far as my training program's concerned, I'm not peaking right now. But
Because that would be bad for the audience. If you peak now, given that you need to be peaking like in July, you're gonna not do well.
Sure. I'm peaking for May, honestly. I gotta make it to July. I'm not gonna look past May ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so don't get me wrong, each workout, like I'm focusing, I'm meditating beforehand, and I'm planning on crushing it every time. I'm not just like, oh, I'm gonna half-ass this because it doesn't matter, because it fucking matters.
Do you have like a meditation ritual or visualization that you do right before the WOD?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's called. Can you walk us through it?
It's the Kinney Shuffle.
Other than the Kinney Shuffle, no, that's more when I want to get my heart rate up and get kind of psyched about it. But it's just about 10 to 12 minutes of just relaxation and visualizing the workout as I see it going down, and just kind of staying calm and within myself. And
I'm amazed at how many people don't recognize that is probably the most important thing. It's the first important thing you can do ahead of warming up to make sure you're successful in what you're going to do. If you go into a workout not even remembering what you're going for and why, and that you need to be calm and collected.
Whys.
Yeah, why is it you even are going for this? Why is this even important to you? Like, just taking that time for 5 minutes, you're going to get the worries of the world away, and you're going to do fucking much better on your workout. The result will be be
What's your whys, Michelle?
What are my whys?
Good
Oh,
question.
man,
This
that's
got
deep.
deep.
Why do you want to be so fit? What are you running away from?
My inner fat kid.
I hate that bitch.
No,
What do you think about it, Emily? What's
Okay.
your whys?
So I can eat bacon. No, I would love to make regionals, so that's my why right now. I think that it would be fun, and I got injured this year. I tore my hip labrum, and so I told myself I would make it no matter what.
Way more of that lately.
I know.
Like I
It's
didn't
not
hear
fun.
about it at all.
Yeah.
And then the last year, it's like happening to a lot of ladies.
It's actually more
happening
common.
to some guys too, but
More girls, yeah. I talked to a doctor. He said that like 70% of people have it and they don't know it, or they like have hip pain and they just kind of like deal with it.
it's not symptomatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I probably have a little bit of an injury in my left hip, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's a lot more common than people think, but people jump into surgery, which I think is kind of a no. It's easy to just solution.
How did you injure it?
I was filming the challenge in Thailand. Last challenge.
People may not know this. Okay, so Emily was on The Real World. What year?
I don't really want to talk about the real world.
No, you can't talk about some of the
I don't
stuff.
want people to. So the Real World, I was on Real World DC, but I only did the Real World because I think reality TV is a joke. But I only did it so I could do these challenges. So we could talk about the challenges.
So you finished Real World.
Yes.
biting the hand that feeds.
I
So
think
you
being
did the Real
famous is
World so that you could do the Real World challenges.
Yes.
And what are those called?
They're called the Real World Road Rules challenges, and you
Okay.
like all the real world people from all different houses come together, and you like.
I wasn't
beat
allowed
each
to
other.
watch TV growing
in an
up. So I
honest
just-
competition
I wasn't either.
that highlights sportsmanship and good ethics, right? All that shit.
Soberness, 100%.
And there's never alcohol thrown in there just to make everybody bitchy and catty and
Never.
provoke violence.
Not at all.
All right,
Sure,
well,
I
now
know.
that we've covered that base,
Yes.
now let's get back to what you were wanting to talk about.
Yeah. So I got back from Thailand and I hadn't lifted heavy.
Where you were doing a Real World challenge.
when I was filming a Real World challenge, yes, the last one, and I got back and jumped right into my gym at Front Range CrossFit in Denver.
Yeah.
Because
Why not? I felt good. I might have had a little rhabdo, but I didn't listen to my body. And I, in the middle of a squat, like felt a pop. And so it took me out for a while. And I almost got surgery. I had it scheduled. And then I was so pissed about getting surgery that I was like, fuck it. You know, let's just squat really heavy. So I did a 3-rep max overhead squat and it like felt better. I know that's crazy, but it really did. I was like, not saying that if you have hip pain, go try that. Because
Go rep max.
Secure all.
Well, that's funny because like when my history with injury was always in my spine. Like I've talked a lot with the good Dr. Andy Gallup and how sometimes the best thing for a back that doesn't feel good is heavy. Like the thing that rehabbed my spine was getting into powerlifting. So I built all the assistance work up. I built my abs, made them strong again, my back, my hips. Then slowly reintroduced to squatting. And when it got heavy again is when I started feeling good again. Because everything could be stable once again.
Yeah.
And like the doctor told me, of course, oh, well, you're going to entertain maybe surgery, or at the very least, you're never going to do that shit again. No lifting, because your body is not made to do the lifting.
Yeah.
Think of all the load, man. Your spine can't handle that. I go, I don't believe you. I just went ahead and did the squatting anyway, and the loading is what made me feel good.
Feel better, yeah.
So counter to traditional medical advice.
Yeah, you got to get strong to keep your body stable.
Who would have thought that?
I know. So anyway, hip injury healed, and that's my why. I would love to make regionals because
You
Big
made,
comeback.
You made
More-
regionals
yeah.
before?
no, oh god, no. This would be a first.
How long have you been CrossFitting?
2.5 years. 2.5 years.
What were we doing before that? Any strength background before that?
Real world, Doug. Come on.
I mean, did you
no,
lift weights?
I did like.
Want to talk about it?
I know.
I will.
I was surprised you didn't want to talk about it.
I will.
Are you just sick of talking about it? Is that the deal?
No, I can talk about it.
Okay.
It wasn't like the most beautiful year of my life. If I could,
I know it's anybody's most beautiful
Well,
life on the real world. That doesn't look fun at all. It just
For
looks
the
like you're
record,
pissed
I
off.
was wanting to talk about lifting weights, not the real world at all, until you brought it up.
I did like old school Globo gym, like buys and tries, and back and all that jazz. But before that was all I got before CrossFit. So I'm happy I found CrossFit.
So there wasn't much of a why then. You're like, well, I got to go do this shit all day.
Yeah, it made me feel good.
That's what you got to do, right? You do that, and you walk on the treadmill, and you do that stuff.
I had like a cutoff and everything. I was in it.
Oh, so I used to wear those too.
I
Looking
like
sexy in the gym.
I have my
Cut off?
What do you mean a cutoff? I'm confused.
like a t-shirt cutoff, like where you literally cut the sleeves off.
You make your own tank top.
And they,
Mike.
like,
Have you
go
ever done that before?
Like where it's
Don't we share our meathead
down
answers?
here?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
okay.
I didn't have a name for it. I just did it.
So
I was
basically,
such
what
a
you have
pro.
on now, just you made it yourself, and it goes down even further.
Yeah, and way more brotastic than this.
Okay.
You got to cut the sleeves off and stretch it out, Doug. So you show all this. So it's not like you're wearing a shirt at all, but you're allowed in the gym still.
I did a lot of training like 10, 12 years ago, and I never got into that. I feel like I missed a
You're in the
chunk
wrong.
of I missed
you're
a
in the
chunk
wrong
of that.
gym, dude. You gotta
I
be
missed it too,
at you gotta be at Gold's or one of those
24
one of
hour
those
fitness.
Globo gyms.
Yeah, I never got the opportunity to train at Globo Gym.
Doug is very unique in that he had real strength coaches his whole life, basically. And Mike and I were left just to figure shit out.
You're like, hey, here's some magazines, kid. Go in the weight room.
Put on some Zubaz and get the leg pressing, you son of a bitch.
I also did things that just made sense to me. I would just tie weights to myself and then run around the block.
Oh.
Yeah.
I figured if it's running hard, I'll make myself like I'm fat, and that'll make me a better runner.
Absolutely. All right. We're going to take a break real quick. When we come back, we're going to talk about a nutrition challenge.
That's titillating.
Welcome back to Technique Wad. This video is going to be the clean overview video. We're doing a 6-part video series on the clean. This is going to be the big overview, and then we're going to come back and break down each specific position of the clean. So I'm Doug Larson with the Barbell Shrugged podcast. My brightly colored friend here with the sweet Batman ring. Yeah. Isn't that dope? It is Alex Macklin. He's one of our Barbell Shrugged weightlifting coaches, as well as one of our faction strength conditioning weightlifting coaches. This is faction strength conditioning. So like I said, today we're going to go over the clean. We're not going to get into a whole lot of detail. All I'm basically going to do right now is go over exactly how to do it. And if you want to see the most common mistakes for each specific position, then you can go to techniquewad.com and you can see each specific position. We're going to have separate videos for the first pull, the transition, the second pull, the catch, and the recovery, as well as the starting position. So first, Alex is just going to demo a clean just so we can see what we're dealing with here. So we're going to start at the bottom in the starting position. I'm going to give you a few quick pointers on what a good starting position looks like. So Alex, go ahead and set up in the starting position. All right. So you can see Alex has a nice straight back, nice and flat. Hips are way below the shoulders. In fact, his hips are so low that he's almost thigh parallel to the ground, although not quite that extreme. His shoulders are in front of the bar. They're not behind the bar. Elbows are straight, and his shins are not quite to the bar, and the bar is right over his toes. So he's also hook gripping the bar where he's reaching around and grabbing his thumb. And then if you look at his knees are out over his feet. They're never to the inside, so his knees never dive towards the inside on the starting position or at any point throughout the lift. So here's a quick piece on how wide to grab the bar for the clean. For the most part, you're just going to grab right outside of wherever your knees are. So you can see Alex, he's basically with straight arms, his knee is touching his forearm, so he's just grabbing right outside of his knee. If you have particularly long arms, like I have relatively long arms, I grab a little bit wider, and that, by me grabbing wider, it brings the bar up a little bit higher on my hips, and I get better leverage when I clean. But for the most part, you're just going to grab right outside of your knees. All right, Alex is going to start his first pull, which is basically from the ground to right above the knee, kind of mid-thigh. Okay? You can see he pushed his knees back. His knees stayed out. And right now, if you look from the side, he's covered over the bar. His shoulders are still in front of the bar. Arms are still straight. Bar is just above the knee. He probably even could go a little bit higher before he starts his transition. That's probably where you're going to end your first pull. He's going to make a slight adjustment to get into a good position for his second pull. We call this the transition. What he's going to do is he's going to go to a vertical back and push his knees under the bar. Okay, you see his shoulders came back and now he has a vertical torso. His knee is pushed under the bar and it's actually bent just a little tiny bit. Right now he's in what we call the power position. So he's in a good position. He has good leverage to explode and basically throw the weight up onto his shoulders. So you have two options at this point. You can see Alex's elbows are relatively straight here. Some people like to row the weight and do more of a hip clean. Go ahead and row the weight a little higher. So on his transition, he might pull the weight and bend his elbows a little bit. You can see he has a little bit of a bent elbow here. By bending his elbows, he pulls the weight a little bit higher. You can keep it straight or you can bend. That's going to be totally up to you. That's a personal preference, whether you want to be a hip cleaner or not hip cleaner. Both of them have merit and people have had success with both styles. So it is totally up to you.
What happened, Alex? Weight was too heavy for you?
A little bit. Alex gets tired.
I get tired.
All right, so Alex is going to be starting here in the power position. Again, elbows are straight right now. Knees are pushed under the bar and he has a vertical back. At this point, he should have a good amount of momentum on the bar and he's just going to basically extend, shrug, and shrug himself underneath the weight. So he extends up with a little bit of a jump. And then the weight lands on his shoulders. So one more time. Some people like to think of this as a jump. Some people don't. There you go. For that little piece, I'll take the advice of Justin Thacker. He first teaches it as a jump, and then once you get good at it, he teaches it not as a jump. Okay? I like that cue. For new people, it helps them pull the weight nice and hard, but then as you get more experience, you're not trying to get quite as high. You're just pulling on the weight and then you're getting under as fast as you possibly can. All right, to demo the catch, we're going to have Alex do the full movement. I want you to notice that Alex only has to pull it to about this high to actually get it onto his shoulders because he's going to squat all the way to the very, very bottom and catch it in that front rack position. There you go, beautiful. You'll also notice that Alex catches the weight with his hands slightly open. That makes it easier to get your elbows up if you don't have very good shoulder, wrist, shoulder elbow or wrist mobility. It's easier to open your hands just a little bit. If you're good at cleaning and you're a competitive weightlifter, I recommend you keep your hands all the way closed, if at all possible, but when you're just starting out, if you're not very mobile, that might be kind of hard. If we look at Alex from the front, you'll see that his feet hop out just a tiny bit, but he still keeps his knees nice and wide. That way they are slightly outside of his feet. All right, so that was a brief overview about how to do the clean. We didn't talk about common mistakes or errors for each specific position. If you want to see those videos, we have those on Technique WOD on barbellshrugged.com. So you can go to barbellshrugged.com, click on the Technique WOD videos, and you can watch all the details in those other videos on the site.
Welcome back. We're here with Emily Schromm and Michelle Kinney still hanging out, talking about the open, talking about real world.
My favorite.
Talking about, but now we want to talk about this nutrition challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So I was texted. Someone said, check out Emily's nutrition challenge. I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Good.
Can you tell us about
challenges.
Yeah. So I turned paleo like when I found CrossFit about 2.5 years ago, and I didn't have anyone to tell me how to do it. So I kind of just winged it for 30 days and figured my way out, and I loved it. I loved what it did to my energy and to my body and to my skin, and I wanted to create something that was easy for people to get introduced to paleo, and it's not super extreme and it's not all or nothing, but it definitely gives people an idea of what their body feels like not addicted to sugar, which I think is really big for people to feel.
That's the whole point, right?
That's the whole point. So it's 21 days. You log your points every day for if you had bread, if you had sugar, if you worked out, if you had fish oil, if you drank some water. And then I send you a video, and you either get a workout that's at home doable, or like a little like a trick or tip that I've learned in my years of doing paleo, which hasn't been forever, but ways to make it easier and more convenient, because it's not necessarily that convenient. So
Do you get a lot of people trying to gain weight joining your challenge?
I have a few. I actually do have a handful of guys that are like, but I want to be big. So
They're just trying to impress you.
yeah.
That's the interesting thing is it doesn't happen with girls very much. Most women just want to get smaller. But like every dude in the world wants to get bigger and smaller at the same fucking time. It's the most annoying thing ever.
It's true.
It's so annoying that we created a group to specifically designed to coach people through that. So it's like, I was wondering if anyone joined yours, because that happens to us. People are like, I'm going to gain weight. And then they're worried about the whole 6 months about getting shredded.
Yep.
I'm like, why are you worried about getting shredded? You're trying to get bigger right now. It's ridiculous.
Well, I'll send them to your group. How about that?
You should do that.
Perfect.
So a big part of this challenge is about eliminating sugar specifically?
Yeah, processed sugar and bread and grains. And so the only thing allowed is honey and stevia, which I know is a lot of paleo elitists don't approve of, but I want to make it realistic for people. So I think honey is fine in moderation. I say as long as you're not Pooh Bear, then you're fine. And I think it's good for people to have a little something so they don't go crazy. But taking out agave nectar and evaporated cane syrup. I mean, just getting people to be conscious of the labels that they read. The ingredient list, sugar is like an 80% of all foods at the grocery store. So just learning that you have to cut it out and how to do it. And
Did you used to be like a big cereal girl, or like you had like your carb cabinet or anything like that?
Yeah, because before CrossFit, I was like, I told you guys, I was wearing a cutoff doing like buys and tries. So
And you probably used to feel bad about eating bacon.
Do you have any footage?
Oh, for sure.
Do you have any footage of the
my buys and tries?
Yeah, Globo
I'm
Gym,
sure I
just
can find
like
it.
Revving
Yeah.
out some curls.
I'm sure I can find it. Yeah. It was actually after
CTP knows
episode
everything
2.
about Emily already.
I'm pretty sure episode 2 on Real World DC, I was in the Globo Gym in my cutoff.
For some post-workout Subway.
No,
Post-workout Subway.
Because,
I'm
eat
so
fresh.
impressed that you know that.
You know what?
really much.
I can say
That's a real thing.
Subway tells you to eat fresh and also offers a fucking Frito enchilada Subway sandwich with fucking Frito chips on it. And it says at the end, eat fresh. eat a fucking chili and Frito Subway sandwich, you sons of bitches. Are you serious? And you have an athlete like Nasty Nadia, whatever her pants is, the gymnast, sell you that. I'm an athlete. Eat this fucking Frito sandwich. Can you believe that? God. Sorry, my rant is over. Fuck you, Subway.
Man, I really did
They're not
love
sponsoring
my
our show
Subway.
anytime soon, but
Oh, that's great. Damn it.
Mike's like, we're this close to saying eat fresh on the show, you son of a bitch. 10K a spot. Oh, God.
Yeah, I did the low calorie thing, low carb thing, low fat thing, all of it at once. It was horrible, and I don't want anyone to go through that.
So you didn't eat.
I didn't eat. Yeah, I had some, my turkey delight from Subway, and then I would have some egg whites and maybe some broccoli, and it was just like that's how people wanted to get shredded, and I thought that was the way to do it, so I tried.
I mean, it's not your fault. I mean, there's plenty of information out there telling you that's just the way to do it.
I know. We got to break these people.
The problem is
you said that so sweet. Like, we have to break them.
I mean, the problem is people mix information, really.
Yeah.
They'll take, like, this, like, bodybuilder-esque, like, type of diet, and they'll mix it with this other diet. And next thing you know, they're not eating anything. They only think about what you should take out, not what you're keeping in.
It's true. Yeah.
So.
I'm so sick of girls eating 1,200 calories or less because my fitness pal tells them to, so... I'm
Who's
working on that.
You know fucking Jillian Michaels. God.
I kind of love Jillian.
You got to eat less bitches, and you got to round over more when you do kettlebell swings. Not enough fucking rounding.
That's awesome. You have the best laugh, Michelle.
It's a joy.
So you want to tell them what the fitness pal is?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's like an
We're
app.
waiting on you.
Sorry, do you guys not know My Fitness Pal? It's like
No
it's an
idea.
app.
Oh, this is
yeah.
an actual thing.
Yeah, it's like it's what
Like, who's your it's your fitness pal.
Yes,
Okay.
it's an app where people go, and I've had so many people do it that are like coming to me from whether I get them on emails or Instagram and like, what am I doing wrong? And I'll see they're My Fitness Pal. You log your food, it's a calorie counter, and they're eating like 1,200 calories or less. So,
Is there, like, a paleo version of this app?
no,
I actually don't know any, like, paleo eating apps.
I know.
My
I
Paleo
kind of
Pal?
wanted to create one. I think it would be smart.
You say you want to create it? We probably shouldn't have talked about it on the show. No one's going to steal the idea.
No one steal
Have you ever created an app before?
it. Fuck no.
Hey, somebody out there, create that app. Or if there's an app out there, let us know
Send
about
us our
it.
check.
Emily's never going to get around to it.
Too busy eating bacon.
I meet people all the time with app ideas. They're like, I got this idea for an app. I'm like, you ever created an app before? It's like, it's probably a lot harder than you think.
It'd be cool if the app was you just take a picture of the thing you want to eat and it goes, man, fuck, no, that dude ain't paleo, bro. It's phone. Like,
that'd
Siri
be
just
so
says that
funny.
to you. That's not, dude. That's fucking. That's sugary, bro. You take a picture of a piece of lettuce. Goes, yeah, you could do that. Yeah, that's
That would
cool.
be good.
Yeah, that's all you need. That's all the functionality you need.
I'll use your voice as the narrative.
Yeah, like, it's gotta be some weird stoner boys like, no man, no Fritos, bro. That ain't paleo.
That
man.
ain't fresh.
That ain't fresh.
So earlier you said that during the 21-day challenge, you give out little tips and tricks and videos and whatnot to make it as easy as possible to make it through the 21 days?
Yeah. Like one of them is about, I think a lot of women, especially with belly fat, they freak out about it. And so getting rid of
I freak out about women's body.
belly fat too. Oh. So that's not nice. That isn't nice.
Just
So
kidding.
Yeah, that's a joke. I love little belly fat, man. Sexy as hell.
so talking about getting enough sleep and cortisol levels, and I'm a coffee addict, so like making sure you aren't drinking too much coffee, even though
What's too much
I do.
coffee?
I don't know. I don't
Michelle,
know.
I don't know, but don't do it.
If you drink too much coffee, what happens before your wad?
Pre-wad poo.
Yeah, you get a pre-wad poo, and not the good variety.
I personally found that I can drink almost as much coffee as I like, as long as I stop drinking it at noon. So, like,
So
That's
not
true, yeah.
too much coffee then.
well, I mean, I can pound like 8 cups before noon, and I still can sleep okay that night.
I think mine's like 4 o'clock. I tell
But I'm not
myself
drinking
it's 4 o'clock.
I drink coffee up till I go to bed. No shit. I drink a cup of coffee and just go to sleep.
I don't think you're sleeping
Yeah.
very well.
Like a baby, free of any care in the world is really how I sleep most nights.
Really?
Well, let's put it this way: when my whole bookshelf, I gotta tell you, Doug, my whole fucking bookshelf in the middle of the night. I got a lot of books.
I think this
It
is
all-
actually a bad sign, not a good sign.
It all collapsed in a violent explosion and glass shattering. All that, and my wife goes, "Oh my god!" She scares me to action. We get to the stairwell, and I look at her, and go, "Yeah." What are we doing? Why aren't we asleep? And she goes, "Oh, you idiot!" And like hits me on the arm and goes down. Look, what happened? I go, "Oh shit! I gotta take action. But I must have been so
That was very
so
Mitch
asleep.
It was, right?
Wasn't it?
She goes, now I know who needs to learn to use the gun. Like, you're right. You're gonna have to defend this family. I will be asleep.
You're gonna wake up one night to gunshots. You're like, oh, what's that?
Oh, lame.
Go back to sleep.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna hook you up with a sleep study, Chris. I want to find out if you really are sleeping really well, or if it's just so bad.
I think that's
Probably
what it
is
is.
so bad.
So far on
probably
the
is
other side of the
bad.
spectrum, yeah.
Oh, I'll take a note.
Do you
of
sleep
that.
the best after Vice Friday?
Oh God, yeah, dude. Nothing makes you feel more like a person, like a fulfilled human being.
course.
than when you
Yeah.
eat, you gotta. I will go minimum, and I like to know your cheat meal too when you're not doing a paleo. Minimum 1 whole pint is the prescription. A whole pint of Ben and Jerry's.
What flavor?
Ideal. Oh, what flavor? Chubby hubby, baby.
Oh.
Chubby hubby.
You trying to stand in front of the freezer and
Chubby
decide.
hubby. But optimal is 2 pints, really, for me. 'Cause- and unlike donuts, unlike pie, as good as all those things are, you go, you know what? I feel like a little bit of a whore because they ate all that. I never feel that way with ice cream. I go, you know what? This is a good fucking decision. Every time.
Every time.
Always. Ice cream's always.
Do you
a
just
good
go
one.
into a food coma?
No. I
That's
feel
why you
my
sleep
most
so well.
alive I'll ever feel at the end of pint number 2, baby. I'm telling you.
Frolic.
Like how we swung from a no sugar 21-day challenge to 2 pints is ideal
But
dude-
only
Don't
but
listen.
in
but
one
see,
sitting.
But you're saying the key with a diet. I want to see if you agree. I'm a big fan of understanding that you have discipline all through the week. You can't keep that up forever because eventually your craving for sugar is going to get you. Like you're going to want to live your fucking life and have some kind of sugar.
Something, yes.
Can't keep it up forever.
So what I
Or
think
6
is the
days.
most important thing you do, what I recommend to people is I have this Vice Friday thing. It could be any day of the week. Don't get hung up on the
Mine's
day.
Sunday. I'm
Sunday.
right with you.
The reason why a cheat meal should be a cheat day or a meal, whatever, you ritualize it. You make it a special thing that you know when it comes. You look forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
You work hard in anticipation of it. You get all you want on that day, and you feel so bad about it. You have another week of discipline action.
What I want
It's
to know,
fucking yin and yang.
what I want to know, Chris, did you last Friday have Vice Friday? Not last night, or what day is it?
Today's
Sunday.
Today's Sunday.
Oh, wow.
All right, so last weekend did you have Vice Friday?
I might not have. Sometimes
We
I-
had Vice Saturday.
Yeah, sometimes I skip it. Yeah, we.
Then you double
Sunday.
I
down.
wanted to know. He's got this
Well,
whole
look,
ritual
sometimes,
thing going on.
sometimes there will be a Vice weekend where the train just goes right off the fucking track for good. You're like, fuck it. There's no saving it. I'll figure it out Monday. Just getting. I'm wearing sweatpants and just eating whatever I want the whole weekend.
You sound like a pregnant lady.
Yeah. I look like one most of the time.
Your wife is pregnant.
My wife is pregnant. She's popping in April.
Oh, congrats.
Alright.
But tell me, you gotta have that in order to resume the discipline action. If you try to go discipline all the time and not have that,
Yeah.
that train is gonna go off the track.
But would you agree that you have to go to a little bit of a famine to understand what it feels like
Yeah.
to like feel really great?
If you don't have famine, you can't enjoy excess, and you can't
Sure.
go back to tolerating the famine when it's time to work hard and do without.
You want to join my 21-day challenge?
I do.
My cheat day, gluten-free donuts.
Where do you get these?
Oh,
Where does this? Where does
All of a
this?
Why would
sudden,
you do that?
I'm making my I smell shit face. Like gluten-free donuts.
Tell them how the good they are.
They're really good.
She's like a
actually.
sandwich donut
I had that
fiend.
same face. I was like,
She didn't like it,
why gluten free? Like,
Yeah,
why?
I mean the donuts.
but then she tried it.
As Chris
And
talks,
now
we
I
just
like
need
them.
the camera to be on Michelle and her like ridiculous laughter. I've never seen anyone laugh this hard before.
So amazing.
But now we're Kinney Shuffle Bros now, man.
Yeah.
We bonded over the shuffle. Yeah.
Gluten-free donuts, you can get them anywhere. They're great.
But I'll tell you what you can do.
I've never seen
Anywhere?
these.
So
Not
good.
anywhere. Kroger.
I'll tell you one. The
Yeah.
one good
Whole
thing
Foods?
about a paleo
Whole
diet.
Foods has them.
Yeah.
What really swings me towards really liking a paleo diet is you can make the most ridiculously awesome desserts that make you forget old desserts. Like I'll
It's
give you
true.
some points there because I don't know about donuts because donuts have that springy thing.
Let's not get crazy. Let's not call
get crazy.
gluten-free donuts paleo.
I'm not.
I think you're getting
No,
a
no,
little
no.
outrageous here.
I'm saying that
I think
there are-
most paleo desserts
Like my wife
shouldn't be
makes
called paleo.
my wife makes like coconut and good dark chocolate and like nut cookie things that are way better than fucking Chips
agree
Ahoy
with
cookies
that.
on,
I
on any
agree.
day.
Or
They're really
Oreos,
good.
yeah.
Or a chocolatey tart thing. Doug, you've had the chocolate tart. It's like a chocolate truffle and pie tart thing form. Paleo, good, delicious. Have
I
you
don't,
ever
know,
had
I don't know if I have. What was the thing I ate?
I will.
I'm
well,
waiting. I have
Yeah,
no
none-
idea what's going on right now. Like I'm just waiting to
Well, I'll
hear
make
what's
that
Definitely
tart.
far from paleo. What was the thing that I ate at the gym the other day when we were filming the 14.3 video?
some chocolate cake or something.
whatever brand he made.
Like bread pudding.
That was
yeah,
the
the
cake.
bread pudding was delicious.
Well, I ate that cake. I ate a coconut paleo cake on the rower.
In the warm up.
Yeah, that wasn't real cake. I would only eat paleo cake when I'm rowing.
It's not
Let's not
paleo.
get extreme. Let's not get extreme.
I'm with you though. There's nothing paleo about any of that stuff.
No.
Doug, it doesn't matter if it's actually paleo. It just matters if people think it's paleo. That way you can
That's exactly
sell
right.
the sex
It's totally true.
So much easier to sell when people believe it.
Does it taste good though? It also tastes great, right, customer?
I thought it tasted better than a non-paleo treat.
Yeah, it's better. It's better than non-paleo.
It was good.
Yeah.
When are you coming out with your Vice Friday t-shirts?
Oh,
Barbell Buddha needs some Vice Friday t-shirts in a hurry.
Yeah, what's
Shit,
up with that?
Doug, you just blew my mind.
And like Miami Vice theme.
You just blew
there
my
you go.
mind.
Yeah, palm trees,
Yeah.
sun. Ooh, that'd be cool. And then just Buddha eating some.
gluten-free donut.
Double
What a great
fist.
idea! I give no money to any of you for this idea.
Just give me a t-shirt.
That's all right. Yeah,
I'll-
t-shirt will suffice.
I'll make it and spread it around.
Just say 2 quarts of GTFO.
But let's refer to this later, and I'll draw this up. 2 quart minimum, baby.
You needed like a 21-day cheat challenge that you can upsell right after your 21-day sugar-free challenge.
Now you're sexy.
man.
Let's fix all that.
Everyone, her customers would be like, yes, that's what I need next.
You know what you need? You need to feel bad about yourself for a little while. That's what you need to feel.
I actually think it's good for people to do like a 21-day challenge, 30-day challenge, whatever it is, maybe like once every 6 months.
I
Just to
agree
kind of like recalibrate. But what I find is anytime I recalibrate, anytime I go to the extreme, like I move 5% closer to perfect. Right? I'll never be perfect. I'm talking about my diet here, not my abs. They're already perfect. So no, so like every time you do like a challenge, it's 21 days, 30 days, or something like that. Anytime you go to an extreme, you never swing all the way back to where you were. You know, a lot of times people get really, I think, disappointed because after the 21 days or whatever, they don't stick with it like 100%. But I think everyone would agree that afterwards, they're actually better overall.
Yeah.
And so every few months, maybe every 3 to 6 months, do one of these challenges and you'll keep inching yourself there. So I found that to be true for me is especially like competing weight class sports, trying to get big and then leaning out. It's like you start looking at food a little bit differently when you do that.
I agree, yeah. And I like this because it's a little bit more like not all or nothing with the point system because I don't like all or nothing really. You know, like so many people are like Whole30, I tried it. I had a donut I'm done with for 30 days, but I get a lot of questions on how much protein to have and a lot of questions on like, I don't know how much bacon is too much. And so just like, none.
Yeah. If you're doing like a 21-day sugar fast, then like counting all that other stuff is irrelevant. Just focus on not eating sugar and don't worry about the rest of the shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But people,
they
get mixed up.
Yes. So it's a little bit, I kind of combine it all together. So it's fun. It's
So
a
who
fun
primarily
little-
does your challenge? Like men, women, CrossFitters, not CrossFitters?
Mostly non-CrossFitters or CrossFitters that are interested in paleo but haven't like taken the plunge because it's a nice like you can still have beans and you can still have dairy, so it's like a easy entry to it. But mostly non-CrossFitters that are interested in that kind of intense workout, but they don't have a gym membership. So
Men, women?
both, yeah. It's
Yeah?
a good. It's
Pretty-
probably like
pretty even split?
60-40.
Okay.
Yeah, 60-40 women.
Of women?
Yeah.
People mostly trying to lose weight?
Yes, for the most part. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
And where can we learn more about that?
www.superherounleashedchallenge.com.
Super unleashed.
Superhero
Superhero Unleashed Challenge. I'm all about the superheroes. I'm like a Marvel fiend.
You and Chris will get along. I only like Batman, but this dude, he's all in the way. All the comic books.
Today I argue with people on the internet because I got in an argument this morning with my 2-year-old son over breakfast.
An argument.
Yeah, because the girl goes
Does
up.
that mean you were just yelling at him?
No, we're yelling at each other. Well, he's sitting there eating his French toast, and some girl comes like, "Oh, don't you look cute? You in your little Superman t-shirt?" Because my wife put a Superman shirt on him, and I hate Superman. I think he's an asshole. And somebody goes, "Do you want to
like
be
the frat
Superman?
boy.
Do you want to be Superman when you grow up?" He's like, "Uh huh." I go, "That's not. Don't listen to him. He wants to be Batman. He wants to be Batman when he grows up." And I
Doesn't
tweeted
know what
that.
he wants.
He looks at me and goes, "No, he's like Superman." And he's like, "No, I know of Batman. I choose this guy." I go, "You know what? I'm not happy with your choices. This is already starting. It's gonna be your choice to be Superman, and now your choice to marry that girl that's coming down the line." But this is what I was fighting over today, and I tweeted it. And some guy goes, "Dude, you know Superman." When I go, "You son of a bitch." Here's the thing. Don't you know Batman's a genius, and he's just one kryptonite arrow away from kicking Superman's ass, which he did. Right? He did, and I guess the Dark Knight Returns, whatever. whatever that Frank Miller comic book was.
It wasn't the Dark Knight Returns.
He beat.
Wait,
it might be.
No, you might be right.
He beats Superman's ass. He goes, "I want you, Clark, to remember this one guy defeated you," and he dies. So that happened. So this is if you want to argue superheroes, we'll get into it.
Well, I'm not Superman. I'm all Spider-Man.
All Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
See, I'm kind of like he's like the third wheel. I go, he's all right. I want to fight with him, but I'm not. I don't choose.
So why do you like Spider-Man?
I don't know. This one too. I found out she liked Spider-Man, and I was like, I like you.
Meant to be.
Yeah, it was meant to be. I don't know. When I was little, I like just thought he was so cool. I have a keychain. I have a pillowcase. I might have a lantern.
It's a solid superhero choice. Who is your least favorite of all superheroes? Like who do you want to die first in battle so you don't have to deal with their shit anymore?
I don't like the Hulk.
You don't like the Hulk?
I'm sorry. I don't.
I wasn't expecting that.
He
I was
just
expecting
seems like
Captain
so-
America. He sucks more than any of them. Captain America's just some guy. He's just some
With
guy
a
they
shield.
pumped a bunch of drugs into, and that's him. He's just a guy.
The Hulk definitely took drugs.
Well, no, he experimented on himself with gamma radiation, which is science. Let's get it right.
Oh, okay. My bad.
That's more science than just just-
Captain America was just like a roided up soldier.
That's true.
Yeah, and,
pretty much
and he has this attitude,
Which is perfectly
I'm older
fine.
than all
I'm
you
all
guys.
for it.
I know what's right. And he can. He's the least impressive of them all. He everybody kicks his ass.
Okay.
No matter what.
I'm sorry I did not say Captain America.
I accept your apology.
All right, Michelle, your favorite is Spider-Man
It
as
is
well?
Spider-Man.
Number one, huh?
Yeah.
What's your least favorite?
I don't even know.
You got to know a least favorite.
A least favorite.
Yeah, like who is just not impressive to you? I mean, you could pick like Daredevil. I also hate Green Lantern. I think it's the stupidest thing ever,
Green Lantern's pretty stupid.
especially the movie, right?
I don't know.
I don't like. Oh, so you have that ring. What if you take that ring off? You're nothing. You're nobody.
That's not true.
Oh, we'll get into this later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's wrap this up.
You want to say your
People are
least
like,
favorite?
I want to talk about CrossFit.
You want what's your least favorite?
Huh?
Who's your least favorite?
I don't know if I have a least favorite.
We know your best favorite.
I don't like X-Men overall. I'm just not an X-Men fan.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't. The whole concept just.
Oh,
I mean, I get why people like it. It just doesn't.
not your
Doesn't
thing.
appeal
It's just
to
not
you.
my thing. It doesn't.
You see
appeal to me.
Wolverine and go, that guy's neither handsome nor awesome. That's your
I
attitude.
mean, he is. I wanted to be Wolverine when I was a kid, but
So you do like him.
I think it's like
I think you're just
but because I
confused.
can't, I
Yeah.
hate him.
You have certain feelings about Wolverine and you're confused by it. You're not willing to accept it.
so you're in
Quite
denial.
possibly.
We're drilling into this shit, so you're revealing more of yourself on live the podcast.
Yeah.
Finding out about who you really
All
are.
right, let's turn this shit off.
I was actually going to say the Green Lantern. I was excited. I was excited that I knew a character that hadn't been brought into the conversation yet.
also
but I didn't know if it was like part of there's Marvel and then there's another one, right?
DC.
All are
DC,
included,
DC.
yeah.
I only know that because I talked to John. He loves comics, but
Yeah.
I was pumped that I knew a character that hadn't been brought in the conversation yet. But I don't know shit about comics.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap this show up. Emily, you've got what's the website again?
You go to superherounleashed.com and you can find all my Unleashed fitness stuff.
Anything
on
else
that.
you want to promote? Before we go?
No.
Fuck the real
I
world.
think that's it. Fuck reality TV. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
And if we're in Denver, you coach at Front Range CrossFit.
No, I actually am a rare breed that trains at a different gym I coach at. So I coach at CrossFit Park Hill, and then I train at Front Range CrossFit. Both very excellent, fun gyms that I like. So come see me in Denver, Michelle.
We're going.
Yeah. She said that
Yeah.
very sexily. Like Chris was like, "I'm going immediately."
You can lead me off the cliff with that voice, honey.
Michelle, anything you want to promote? You got CrossFit Chickasaw, obviously.
Yeah.
If you're in Memphis.
Yeah, if
Check
you
it out.
in Memphis, come to my gym, CrossFit Chickasaw, and that's that.
It is what it is.
What's
Kenny
that?
Shuffle.
Oh,
You're gonna kick
we
it
gotta
off.
do the Kinney
All right.
Shovel.
If you want to see some Kinney Shuffle, hashtag Kinney Shuffle, and it's all categorized on Instagram and Twitter.
And the Twitters.
Mhm.
5,000 examples of people doing the Kinney Shuffle and crushing wads.
That's
That's right. All of them. Every single one that did it posted a good score. At least one rep.
Well, I guarantee they all had more fun than if they had not done the shuffle.
Absolutely.
And that's why they did well.
And that's what matters.
Yes. All right. Don't forget, check out Barbell Shrugged. Sign up for the newsletter for awesome news updates from CTP there. Later, guys.
Yay!